If I were to describe the report in one phrase, it would probably be extremely troubling.
That report before the Senate Judicial Proceedings Committee, an evaluation of the state's Department of Juvenile Services. A joint legislative committee asked the Office of Program Evaluation and Government Accountability to look at the effectiveness of DJS, review the oversight and management of contracted community-based providers, evaluate case management for youth referred to DJS through a child in need of supervision or SINS complaint, and review the history of the interaction between specific youths and DJS. But it was what was left out that concerned Senator Chris West.
I guess the one word that was completely absent from the report was the word recidivism. I could find no information in the report about recidivism, and I would think that evaluating whether or not this agency is being successful, that would be the word that would be the first word out of my mouth as to whether it's dealing with young people in such a way that they don't recidivate.
Secretary of the Department of Juvenile Services, Vincent Schiraldi, told the lawmakers it can be challenging to define a recidivist.
I am not a lawyer, and I don't mean to parse, but, Senator, when do we define that someone's done something? Upon arrest, upon the prosecutor's decision to prosecute, or upon conviction?
Among the study's recommendations, JSA should make improvements in its database to track and assess outcomes of youth in programs not funded by DJS, identify and replicate best practices from local offices to ensure equitable treatment of DJS-involved youth throughout the state. And DJS should support the creation of a public centralized database of all resources available for the state's children, youth, and families as required by law. Lawmakers were also concerned about the safety of staff at the state's juvenile facilities.
The constant theme that I'm hearing from the people that are boots on the ground is assaults are up. There's
In facilities.
The staffing is down, and the secretary is not doing his job or due diligence to prepare them to get more staff, to be safe, and to hold those juveniles accountable.
Another concern, whether community providers working with DJS are making a difference.
Sometimes the local management board or the Department of Health or the Workforce Development Board is evaluating those programs. We have not done as good a job as we should.
Western Maryland Senator Mike McKay told the secretary things must change.
I want you to be successful. I want your department to be successful. But perception is reality. And we can't just continue to be saying, and I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, well, it's the police that's not doing what they're supposed to do. It's not the courts that aren't supposed to be doing what they're supposed to do. It's not us, DGS, because we've got our hands tied and we can't do the placements and all that kind of stuff. We can't do this anymore.
In Annapolis, I'm Sue Copen for State Circle.